we are genuinely entering a new era of Evolve because tonight we had a total of 4 new male wrestlers debuting. Don't worry, we're gonna get a bunch of new women's wrestlers debuting next week, but for tonight, 4 brand new male wrestlers debuting, and they all were surprisingly good and impactful on their first impressions. So let's begin with the show. It opens with Aaron Rourke giving us a recap of what happened with him winning his championship and going into tonight, what exactly tonight's show is going to entail. And that in the triple threat match where we will be seeing 3 of these new wrestlers, that we will have a number 1 contendership match. So whoever wins that match will face him next week for his Evolve Championship. A pretty quick turnaround for his first defense, but I'm excited for it. Now let's just talk about that match immediately, shall we? I mean, it seems pretty obvious. We should do that. So the match involves Starboy, who I don't know about. Granted, I don't know any of these people. I don't keep up with independent wrestling as much, but I thankfully know about him thanks to my friends on the PUWF channel and the fact that he's your WWE ID champion. He took that away from Cappuccino Jones, and he's pretty charismatic. I really liked him. Great first impression for him tonight. He goes up against Santi Rivera, who is from Massachusetts, and I'm not American, right? So I don't have any attachment to states. But as someone from an international place, Massachusetts is my favorite state. Go Boston Celtics. So I immediately liked him. He's my favorite guy in the match. And then we also had the person trained by the not the Nightmare Factory, the Rhodes Academy. So I assume he's trained by Cody Rhodes. CJ Valor, that name feels familiar to me. So they have a triple threat match, and surprisingly everybody really impressed me tonight. Most specifically Starboy, he was by far the MVP of this match, and you can just see, right? He has it, you know, whatever it is, he has it, and he's gonna be really good, and he wins this match. So next week he's going to face Aaron Rourke. He's definitely gonna lose, he's not gonna win, but a part of me feels like we're gonna have Harlem Lewis interfering in that match in some way, shape, or form. He's either gonna attack the guys after the match, or he's gonna beat the living shit out of them before the match even starts. Either way, Starboy is going to be taking a massive bump. I just have a feeling that's what's gonna happen. But I'm excited for that title match next week. It's gonna be goated. However, the opening of tonight's card was a match where It's Gal comes out to the ring. He tries to cut a promo, but he is very quickly interrupted by the wrestler known as Dorian Van Dukes. So he's apparently from Belgium, or completely correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what they said. Also, we had people in the VIP section tonight. It was Tristan Angels and Romeo Marino. I believe they were a tag team, but then immediately after the match, they were announced to be having a match against each other next week. So that's gonna be a banger of a match. I hope. I don't know these guys. I'm just assuming, right? WWE probably didn't sign them if they weren't good at doing. But I'm excited to see what these two have to offer. They look quite similar though. They look like they could be brothers, or at least that's how I interpret it. Either way, back to the main match. This was also a pretty fun match. I feel like it's a bad thing to put someone in a match against It's Gal for me, because as someone who prefers, character work, It's Gal ran circles around him. Now, he was good in the ring, right? That springboard elbow was an amazing spot, and I really liked that. He was impressive in the ring, but you just can't stand out very well when you go against It's Gal, especially since he has so few matches in general. It's just a bad start. He does pick up the victory though, and he did do pretty well. I'm glad he got a victory. He also has a lot of charisma. I'd rate him as, out of tonight, my second favorite rookie we saw, obviously followed by Starboy. But yeah, I'm excited to see where he goes, especially since he's basically just the European Harlem Lewis by looks. So we're gonna see how that plays out. Maybe there's something there, a lost brother gimmick or something. A few backstage segments we do have to go over though. Backstage, Zena Sterling is recorded asking Timothy Thatcher to be put in that championship match next weekend. Oh, I have opinions about that. But she asked to be put in that championship match. Timothy Thatcher says, unfortunately, no. She's lost too much. She needs to rack up a few victories, especially with the new competitors coming in, and if she does, he'll put her in the match. And then he walks away, and she gets pissed. She throws a chair around, and she almost chases after him with a chair. I really love this. If you watch the podcast, you know that I have said continuously that her best work is when she does character work, and we haven't gotten a lot of that from her at all on Evolve. So now that we're finally leading into it, finally seeing her cut promos, seeing her character in action, I'm starting to get invested. This was a really good promo, so I hope they continue with this. I hope she has a match soon and we can follow up with this, because I'm actually intrigued with her for the first time on Evolve. Tate Wilder also barges into the locker room in search for Cam Hendricks, and Harley Riggins, and I guess Cyrus the Virus too. I guess he was looking for him too. Kai Kavari, whatever you want to call him, shitty ass name. But he doesn't find him, and he says he's gonna chase them down all tonight. So later on we see him continuing his chase, and he's interrupted by Luca Crucifino, who is high as hell. And Luca Crucifino says that next week they should team up, or soon. Next week, I guess, probably. If all of these matches are happening next week, we're gonna have a shit ton of matches next week, which is good, right? You know, great, I'm happy for that. But just thinking about this, so next week we're gonna have Luca Crucifino and Tate Wilder teaming up against Cam Hendricks and Harley Riggins. What a weird combination of a people. What a weird matchup. Like, I guess this is a good way to reintroduce Luca Crucifino, but it feels very random. But okay, we're gonna see how this plays out. A part of me just does not trust Luca Crucifino. Like, I feel very suspicious about him. Like, I don't trust that he's actually gonna work with Tate Wilder. I don't know why, but my radar is just going off in my head telling Tate Wilder, don't trust this dude. But if it ends up in Tate Wilder getting his ass whooped in the parking lot, I'm all for it. And we also have a very fun pre-tape segment of the main man, Mike Cunningham. He was also there. He was also in the VIP section during the whole triple threat match, and he was, you know, just shows you how nice of a guy he is. He realizes the struggles of being a new guy in the company and everybody disliking him, so he just thought that he's going to go sit ringside and support the new talent. What an amazing guy. That is main man entry. This promo itself was also really good. It really showed his character, and I'm starting to buy into it. Last week I know I said it felt kind of awkward, but he plays it with so much sincerity that the awkwardness is kind of endearing. So, you know, I don't understand any hate that goes towards Mike Cunningham from all my coworkers. Like, it doesn't make sense. He's such a nice guy. You didn't realize what I said right now? I just explained to you. So, you know, support Mike Cunningham. We stand with you. We are against bullying. And then the 5-woman main event match. PJ Vasa versus Lainey Luck versus Wendy Choo versus Callie Armstrong versus Nikita Lyons. And the match was great. Gonna say it now. Go check out this match. Fantastic match. All these women deserve their credit. Callie Armstrong was the VIP in that match. That top rope jump was chef's kiss. But okay, PJ Vasa won the match. I do not mind that whatsoever. I'm happy she won the match. She was my original pick to win the championship out of everybody in that match. Well, you know, I wanted Nikita Lyons to win, but you know, if we're being realistic, PJ Vasa made the most sense to me. But apparently all of these women will still be in that Gauntlet match for the championship, which I don't necessarily like. I guess, you know, everybody in here earned their shot in that match, right? Everybody earned their spot there, but a part of me is just like, why even have this match in the first place then? You could have had that order play out anyway, right? I feel like we built up that one of these women are gonna win, and it feels like a late addition. I don't know, does what I'm making make sense to you? If you watch the last few videos, you know why I'm saying what I'm saying, but does it make sense to you what I'm saying? I don't like this aspect of the loser still getting to go and compete for that championship. It feels kind of weird to me. So, PJ Vasa winning though, great. And this episode of Evolve, great. I always love seeing new people debut on Evolve, and if I have to give the show rating, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. Great show. Don't take me wrong, amazing, but you know, it was a bunch of new people, so I have to get used to it, so I can't give it a perfect rating. But I'm very happy with the people we saw, and very happy with my first impressions with everybody. Everybody gave a good first impression, and I'm just excited to see us having a new era of Evolve. New people debuting. I'm excited to see where they end up next year, because from when we first debuted on Evolve, so many people are like now on NXT and doing some great stuff. I'm excited to see where these guys end up. It's gonna be a fun journey. So yeah, 8 out of 10 sounds amazing. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe. I cover TNA, NXT, Evolve, and AAA every single week. Also have a podcast with PWF. We talk about Evolve for a few hours, so you should really join into that. So leave a like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.